Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a general Aries to Pisces, but it's only going to be for your moon sign, apparently. So this will be tapping into the energies of Goddess Isis, Hecate, and Diana, or Artemis. And so we'll just pull a few cards and see what messages they have for you right now. Looking into the unknown for you, see what might be coming up, and I'll see what I can pull from that for you. I haven't done a Janarra Trimurti message in a while, so I thought it might be a good idea to check in with the ladies, our moon goddesses, and see how they do, okay? See what's going on, what's happening, all right? I'm going to be using the Secrets of the Witch little mini inspiration deck by Lucy Cavendish to represent Hecate, okay? And then the pocket edition of the Isis Oracle by, I think it's Alana Fairchild who did this one, for Isis, okay? And then I'm going to use the Moonology for Diana, okay? And we'll also read from the book as well a little bit, get some more messages for you. So I'll go ahead, Aries to Pisces, moon sign, okay? And if there's any other placements that I happen to see or notice that it might be helpful for you to check out, I'll mention it with each one, okay? And if you're following any other placements that have something to do with your journey, okay, you might want to check those as well, okay? All right, let's get started. All right, Aries moon sign. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Aries moon placement at this time? From the Moonology from Diana. Diana, how say you, darling? All right. You have disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Okay. This could talk about breath work. It just could talk about healing as well, okay? Get this out of the book here. I think it's in that first section. All right. The disseminating moon is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon. No matter when you pick this card, it suggests you're at a more tranquil point in the life cycle of whatever situation you're asking about or thinking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. The disseminating moon is a time to breathe out. Give yourself some time off and think about what has passed. So it's really more of a rebirth, right? The intensity of the full moon has abated. And what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're thinking about has now peaked and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be all on at the same time all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is a time to reflect on how to do things differently the next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Additional meanings: you should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. Avoid falling into a slump. So it's just about making sure that you are maintaining your balance despite what just has occurred, okay? Attune to the moon. I am where I am, and that's okay. All right? Let's see. Isis, darling, where are you? There you are. See what Isis has to say for you. And I will show you the back side of the card as well. There may be some things there that might assist. All right. One, please, Isis, for Aries. All right, on the back side you have, all right, some very ritualistic kind of altar-like view here, okay? You do have your hieroglyphs in the background, okay? As well as your smoke rising, right? So that may mean something to you at this time. Could be a matter of cleansing, right? Cartouche. Choose to release that which would lower your vibration into fear. Come back to love, stay true to yourself, and you shall inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you. Invoking the power of speech and words for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. Okay? So, along with the breathing aspect of things, you may want to do some sort of mantra or affirmation or gratitude exercise to kind of regroup yourself, okay? And reflect on things. But at the same time, using breath work might be helpful as well. That's what I'm picking up with this. Real kind of sort of meditative and reflective of what just happened. All right. Let's get one from Hecate, darling. Anything else for Aries at this time? You have a witch alone. So you might have to spend some alone time, right? Go into hermit a little bit. Solitary witches enjoy freedom and independence. They work at their own pace in alignment with their own desires. Today, the witch sends you the inner strength, stillness, wisdom, and liberty to stand alone, okay? And share your experiences with others as you discover things. Maybe take some notes and see what you come up with, and maybe it's something you can share with others at the same time, okay? There you go. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Taurus moon placements. What do we have for you, Diane? What do you have for our Taurus at this time? All right. You have first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. All right, here we are. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. And I do believe, no, we're coming up on a new moon. So maybe something about the next first quarter moon, okay? Or the last. It's a time when the sun and moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as stepping stones to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm, okay? There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how that works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you already secretly given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move toward your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. The other meanings for this card, the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. Or you're halfway to your goal, or you still need to put in a little more effort. And sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something, and you need to recommit to someone or something, okay? In other words, don't give up. There may be something that you still need to work on with this situation, okay? Attuned to the moon, I am committed to my dreams and move toward them with confidence, okay? Let's see what Isis has for you at this time. Isis, darling, gorgeous, beautiful Isis. What do you have for Taurus moon at this time? All right, let me show you the back side. A lot of orange. I do see some purple there. And you've got the Ankh. Life. Key to life. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. So this could be something creative. It could also be attached to your sacral chakra. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen, okay? So stick with it and kind of go with the flow. Pay attention to anything that might pop up, okay? All right, let's see what Hecate has for you at this time. All right. Cauldron of changes. Neat. The witch's cauldron bubbles. She casts into its depth that which you wish to release. Whisper this desire and see it enter this magical brew. transmuting and dissolving. Watch as your world changes for good. So this is really just a visualization you can do at this time. So whatever is preventing you from staying on point with your commitment, right? Whatever this new life that's coming in here, right? That would be a good time to sort of release it, right? Like whatever fear it is, okay, whatever's holding you back. It's just something inside you that, needs a little bit of extra love at this time, okay? But stick with it. Just keep swimming. Okay? There you go, Taurus. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Gemini, moon placement. Let's see what pops up for you this time. All right, Diana, what do you have for Gemini moon placements? All right. You have the new moon in Pisces. That could be a timing, okay? The next new moon is in Pisces season, which is coming up, February, March, okay? Meditate and contemplate, all right? You could also be dealing with a Pisces, or you might need to check the Pisces placement. That may be significant at this time. Get that focused for you. Okay, here we go. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces cards can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. I'm also getting some Neptune vibe with this as well, okay? As well as the transition of Pluto, so you might want to check your placements for that, okay? Face your fears. They may be holding you back. These are additional meanings. The situation is being healed. Good. Chiron. Check Chiron. It's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Okay. Since it did talk about soulmates, you might want to check your Venus, okay? Possibly even North Node, okay? If it's a soulmate connection, right? All right, let's see what Isis has for you this time. All right. Ooh. We got mom, dad, and child here. We have Osiris, Isis, and Horus. And they're all birds, by the way, so you may get some messages from birds, okay? They are messengers. All right. Divine Sun Child. And we're focusing on Horus here, okay? Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It's time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil. Just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert, it is your time to shine bright. Okay, so there may be something coming forward, a big transition, some upgrade. I'm seeing that. And since we're talking about Horus, from what I remember of his story, this may be the time before he becomes Pharaoh, right? Just after, Osiris and Isis have him, basically, right? Yeah, well, it's more like Osiris had him, but the story has changed a bunch of times. After Osiris gets killed by Set, and Isis works fervently to put him back together with the help of Tot, with his magic suggestion. Horus is born of Osiris, okay, as the next of kin. So this may be a transition of that Horus energy coming through, sort of upgrading or graduating. That's the word, graduating to the next level, right? Right before he hits, becomes a pharaoh, right? So you may be working on something, but it's time to kind of sort of like calm down in the plan, like just keep going with it, but at the same time be patient with yourself, okay? Just know that it's time to allow your life to flourish, okay, without limits. Don't hold yourself back for anything, okay? Yeah, and just kind of like go with the flow too. I'm also getting that vibe as well. You want to kind of wait for the sun to come up, right? That's what I'm getting with that. I immediately imagine like a sunrise, right? All right, let's get one from Hecate. Anything else for Gemini and Moon, please? All right, just a good reminder that you can do this. You are the source. The witch wants you to know that you are the source of true magic and beauty. Your every step a ritual, your every word a spell. Heed all you do and watch the magic unfold. Love it. There you go, Gemini. Have a good one. All right, Cancer moons. Let's see what we got for you. Let's see what Diana has to say first. All right, you may need to follow your North Node placement as well. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Let's see, where did that go in this book? Oh yeah, that's right, it's the very last card. Okay. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going toward doing the thing that scares you, within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've been thinking about lately. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Additional meanings for this card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face the fear and get over it. Okay, so wherever your fears are at, I would also check your Neptune and your Uranus, maybe Saturn, okay? Just to isolate what that may be, okay? Unless you know what it is and what category it could go under, okay? In terms of your placement in your chart. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got sovereignty, remember, okay? You've got this. Attune to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Let's see what Isis has for you too. Isis. Geraldine. All right. Ooh, Gemini just got this too. You got the trio, Osiris and Isis and Horus. Okay, you might have messages coming through birds as well for signs and synchronicities. Osiris is all about renewal, right? He is the god of the afterlife. He actually took over for some of Anubis's jobs when, it got a little bit hectic. And both Osiris and Horus were pharaohs at some point. But this card really speaks of nurturing the baby pharaoh, right? Horus in this case. There he is right there. Divine Sunchild. So it's like new growth of things, next level, upgrade, kind of graduation energy, okay? Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil. Just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert, it is your time to shine bright. It's got a bit of that sunrise to midday energy going on. So something's like the start of a new thing, right? Your North Node is where it's at, okay? And all of those other placements as well. And let's see what else the heck is he for you. All right. You have the witch's broom. Today, the witch will sweep and clear your space with her magical broomstick. She freshens up the energy at work and home, cleansing your aura and sparkling up your life. Feel your vital powers flowing. So she's coming in to say basically that it may be a good time to do a little bit of energy clearing practices. Maybe take a spiritual bath, literally clean house, just whatever you can do to kind of cleanse your energy, your aura, your space, right? So that you're prepared for whatever's coming down the pipeline, all right? And you might also be able to clear out some of those fears and like any shadows that you might have as well. That, that stagnant, dense energy that's just been stuck, right? And so that you can move forward into where you're supposed to go, right? And this is just sort of like an energetic application of moving into your North Node, right? All right, there you go, Cancer. Follow your other placements. Bye. All right, Leo moons. What's up for our Leo moons here, Spirit? Diana, what do you say for Leo at this time? Guidance, please. All right. You have full moon in Scorpio. All right, so that could be an indication of timing. It's like 6 months before. I'm not sure when that is exactly. Scorpio season is what, like October-ish? September, October-ish? No, it's not. It's not September. October, November. Okay, so April. I think that sounds about April-ish, okay? Maybe March, April-ish. As far as timing, it's time to release negativity, okay? The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. This could also be energy around you, and maybe this is just sort of a heads up on what to look out for, right? Or what had happened the last April, right? Okay, I'm just trying to think of timing here. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic, okay? If you're thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it, okay? Around March, April, we have Beltane, so that may be significant at this time, okay? If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around a situation that you're thinking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. So you may want to focus on some sacral chakra healing as well, as what I'm getting from that is too. All right, magic and, because that's where your sexual energy is, right? There may be something having to do with that, okay? And you may have to clear that. You might have to clear some sort of, I don't know, maybe somebody's been tapping into your sacral chakra and you need to disconnect and do some cord cutting or something, okay? Additional meanings to the card. It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. So if it's something that you have suspected, then this is confirmation, okay? Grudges are toxic. Let something go. And the end of an argument. Attune to the moon. Emote. It's all better out than in. All right. Let's see what Isis has to say for you. For Leo moons, Isis, what do you have, darling? see who's on the back of that. Ooh, mother and son. They're both twin flames, by the way. So you got Horus on the left there in his full pharaohness. He's holding that staff he's got there. And then you have mom right there in the back, working together, teaming up. You have Eye of Horus, brings you divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you're divinely protected. So you may need to release something in order to be able to develop gifts further, right? You got to make room for what's for you by removing what isn't, okay? And she's just letting you know you're protected. You got this. You're on the right path, all right? Got a little bit of divine cheerleader action going on here. All right. From Hecate, you have craft the spell, again with the magic, right? And of course, that's any spiritual practice you do your way, okay? Magic is the witch's craft. It is to be created, felt, nurtured, and grown through embodied experience. She sends you the commitment to work your magic. Begin to express yourself in enchanted ways, however you see fit, whatever works for you, right? And if you don't know what to do, maybe try out some stuff and see what you naturally vibe with. And then go with that. Build up your spiritual toolbox, so to speak, right? That's how we kind of discover what we can do. And you can absolutely blend. You know, you don't have to stick to any one particular practice, right? You can easily blend. There's so many ways to do that. Do what feels comfortable to you, though, all right? You are protected, you know, and it would be good to clear things out and bring some new in, okay? There you go. All right, for our Virgo moons. Diana, what do you have for Virgo moon at this time? All right. You have mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. All right, I love it. I would check any mutable-oriented placement in your chart, okay? And I know that'll tell us here shortly what that is for you. There you are. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, okay? So you may want to check all those. We have them all in our chart, but you're going to need to know if it's a house or a planetary for you, okay? And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's an opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. That's something is still developing. Something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're thinking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's great. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. Additional meanings: you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Stay adaptable is the key to success for you right now. Make sure you're not being led astray. And if you become distracted, it's time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means for you, okay? Attuned to the moon, I know that the best will unfold for me. All right. Isis, what do you say for Virgo moon? Virgo moon. Moon Virgos. Our Virgos. Okay, we actually have 2. I'm going to take them. So I'll show you the first one. It's just a doorway to a chamber, right? And then we have her, Isis, opening up with some divine timing in the background as well. It looks like one of those clocks. First up, enter the chamber of healing. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions and allow the healing energy to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Expect your miracle. All right, little heads up. Magic and ritual. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Heart-centered ritual can help support your inner path into the physical world. You're encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice as you grow in grace, love, ability, and wisdom, applying your inner beauty to transform your outer world. Okay, so if there's things that there's a situation, nothing is yet set in stone, remember, but if there's something you want to change, you can. And she's suggesting that maybe it comes with practice or manifesting a different way, right? Maybe heal anything that might need to be healed. This may be a time to kind of use those practices to like iron out the wrinkles, so to speak, okay? Just so that you're very clear on what you want, right? All right, let's get one from Hecate here. Anything else, darling? For Virgo, please. Oh, a flock of parrots just flew overhead. Chatty, chatty. That may be a sign for you. Maybe there's some gossip. Maybe you'll hear something, through the grapevine, so to speak. All right. You have black candle. Feel the energy. The witch lights her blessed black candle surrounded in salt and herbs for you. Farewell now to bad ill luck. All misfortune burns away in the flame of the witch's candle. Black is also a color of transmutation and protection, as well as cleansing and purifying. So you may want to just go ahead and do some of those practices. That may be the magic and ritual that'd be very helpful. You could also take this very literally. Maybe just light a black candle. Voila. All right. Have a good one. Bye. All right, for our Libra moons. Diana, how say you, darling? Please and thank you. All right. You have new moon in Gemini. So as far as timing is concerned, that would be Gemini season. That would be May or June, okay? So communication is key. All right. And perhaps this is something you're just kind of getting your feet wet and knowing about for the future, okay? So, or it's something that you have known about, but you haven't really, worked on it yet. And you might need to work on verbalizing something, okay? You have time now. May, June is a little bit of ways away. Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel. Perhaps that's what you're planning for, is a travel thing in May or June, okay? And the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help unscramble crossed wires in your brain. As a side tip, a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with this person at the center of your thoughts at the moment. You may want to also check your Mercury placement, because Mercury dominates communication as well, okay? Talking things through is the answer to whatever you're thinking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you right now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Additional meanings: time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. Attuned to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Okay? That could be also a good opportunity to do that. There could be some self-communication, right? Like just a reassessment of where you're at. And given the timing, there may be travel. Either someone coming to you or communicating that, or the other way around. All right, Isis, darling, what do you have for Libra moon? Thank you, darling. All right. I do believe that is a young Horus. All right. So you have Horus and Isis here. Okay. And she's just kind of looking out over the young one. Power over 7 Scorpions. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have the power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. Immediately thinking of verbal transmutation, right? Communication is key. Flipping the script, minding how you talk, right? Manifesting wisely, right? Aim for the light of communication rather than dark, right? Nice. So there may be some more application of this communication. It could just very well not be literal. It could be just something you need to do for a spiritual practice as well, okay? You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. This could also talk about just using delicacy with your truth, right? As well. Sort of doubling up your verbal abilities, right? Not just to have a good conversation, right? But also to affect a positive change. Okay? All right, Hecate, darling, how say you? Anything, last bit of advice? Thank you, darling. You have sigil sorcery. The witch has created a sigil, a personal magical symbol just for you. Close your eyes, tune in, and feel her drawing it into your energy field. You are protected, you are safe, and you are loved. So, if you feel like lower vibrational forces are kind of taking over during this communication, you could take a moment to actually do this visualization, okay? And maybe imagine it being drawn on your throat chakra, okay? That might be a good place to put it. Or maybe even your high heart. Or shoot, why not your heart, your high heart, and your throat, okay? All right, there I have it for you. Have a good one. Bye. All right, for our Scorpio moons. Diana, how say you for Scorpio moons? All right, I forget who got this. It's either Cancer or Leo, perhaps. Okay, so that may be significant to you, whatever placement that is in. New Moon Pisces, which is coming up here in February, March. Meditate and contemplate. Of course, it's the last one. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. So immediately I'm thinking of Mercury and Venus and North Node, okay? You might want to go check those as well. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. So it's like you might not be sure of what's happening, right? There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Additional meanings: face your fears, they may be holding you back. This situation is being healed, and it's time to surrender to the divine. So go with the flow, right? Just keep swimming. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way, as logic won't work right now. Okay? Let's see what Isis has for you. For Scorpios. Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. Libra just got this card as well, so that may be significant to you. I believe this is mother and child, Isis and Horus, very early days. And you also have that divine timing sort of clock in the background, but it's also sort of the circle of life, right? Power over 7 Scorpions. 7 may be significant to you at this time. I'm hearing that. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have the power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. So you may need to go into a time of reflection right now and figure out how you can change things, right, for the better. All right, whatever you need to work on, whatever toxicity is there, that might be a thing that is necessary at this time as well, okay? Perhaps something that's coming up in the next month or two, you know? Whatever you're anticipating. All right, Hecate, any final guidance? All right, we have the old ways. The old ways are sacred to witches who are reclaiming traditions thousands of years old. What are some of your ancient practices? The witch asks your memories to rise within you today. So there could be some sort of past life connection here, perhaps with maybe learning about or refining a practice, an old tradition that has something to do with transmutation or manifestation or something along those lines with, the affecting of lower vibrational forces. It could also just be cleansing, right? Or just getting things moving. You're going to have to meditate and figure that out. You're going to have to go within to figure it out. This may be the next step. You may be ready for that. I mean, if you've been working towards like past life regression or something and aren't sure if you're ready yet, I'm getting the sense that this is like very, very close. Like you're getting there. And it wouldn't hurt to do a little cleansing in the process just to be completely ready for it, okay? Or maybe you're exploring your heritage and there's something there, okay? That's what I'm getting with that. All right, have a good one. Bye. All right, Saggy moons, our Sagittarian moons. Diana, what do you have for Sag moon this time, please? All right. We have fixed moon. Maybe also checked any fixed placements in your chart as well. Hold your vision. All right. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So you might want to check those. The fixed signs can be stubborn. So anything that's just starting, as you draw this card thinking of it, may well last longer, okay? So maybe there's some longevity here, or, maybe it needs a little bit more time, right? Whatever this is. Remember, we each have all the star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. So it's a matter of just kind of keeping in mind that, balance, right? Something gets a little too stubborn and needs to get moving a little bit, you got to kind of grease the wheels a bit, then you might have to do that. Although, on the flip, you might have to just wait because there's divine timing at play, right? There are 2 main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck, right? Like I said, grease the wheels. That could well be referring to the situation you're thinking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels. I just said that. That's so funny. So that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Additional meanings: staying power, faith, or patience are needed, or someone needs to back down, or avoid stagnation, or a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. Attuned to the moon. Yes. Just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Yes. 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 All right. Let's see what Isis has for you this time. Our Saggy Moons. Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. Nice. She's at the ready. Beautiful. She's ready to get to work. Check in with her intuition there with the moon in the background. She's got her wings ready for flight. And she's dressed to impress. Beautiful energy. Divine Guardian. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your Divine Guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. So either way you look at it, you're golden. Okay, so if you feel the need to slow down, great. If you feel the need to speed up or get unstuck, great. Whatever's working, whatever you feel, right? Like use that moon energy at this time, okay? You want to stay fixed, go for it. If you want to be mutable, get moving, right? Or if you want to be cardinal and kind of do a little bit, all right? That is kind of still of an energy of getting moving, but with structure, right? That's cardinal energy for you. That's the best way I can remember how it is. All right. Last piece of advice from Hecate. Thank you, darling. You may have to go within to figure out what this says. You have Witch alone. Solitary witches enjoy freedom and independence. They work at their own pace in alignment with their own desires. Today, the witch sends you the inner strength, stillness, wisdom, and liberty to stand alone. All right? So you got your sovereignty, okay? Your autonomy, right? You've got this, all right? Have a good one. Bye. All right, Capricorn, moon sign in Capricorn. Diana, how say you for Capricorn? What are we working with at this time? Interesting, nice. You have new moon in Libra, so that could be a timing of Libra season, and that would be September, roundabout there. A new romantic cycle begins. So I don't just see this as romantic, I see this as pretty much any partnership, right? Like any strong partnership, okay? So it could be work, love, life, all right? You may want to check out your Venus placement to think about that for a second. It was like, which one is that? Oh, yeah. All right. And since it's a new moon, things ending, leaving, I would also check out Pluto, okay? Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or anytime you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. Give and take could very well be the answer to whatever the dilemma is. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. If that's the case, the chances are that this will be healthy and a well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised. So that might be is significant to you. Pairs, duos, duets, okay? Such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is a sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're thinking about is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Additional meanings for this card: feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. That's a possibility. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. So maybe it's like if you've been kind of slacking off in that regard, do a little self-care, okay? Attune to the moon, reach out to someone and let them know you care. All right, making that first foot forward. All right, Spirit for Cappies, Cappy Moons, Isis, darling. What do you have? How say you? All right, ooh, beautiful. Again. Scorpio, I believe, got this, or Sag. Last couple of placements. So that may be significant to you, all right? You have her at the ready with the moon and intuition and tapping in, right? Seeing beyond, right? Beyond the veil of the situation, getting ready to fly. Divine Guardian, this is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. So this is probably something that's in your North Node too. I would check that out, okay? All right. Hecate, darling, what do you have for Capricorn at this time? All right. All right. We have A Witch Alone. This is all about sovereignty and autonomy and independence, okay? Being free, not trapped, right? So this is actually really good. Solitary witches enjoy freedom and independence. They work at their own pace in alignment with their own desires. Today, the witch sends you the inner strength, stillness, wisdom, and liberty to stand alone. Now, with this new connection coming in, this could indicate that you have two sovereign beings that are sure of their truth coming together, partnering for a cause, right? While still maintaining their individual sovereignties, okay? That's a good thing. There's not going to be codependency here, all right? Awesome. Have a good one. Bye. Right for our Aquarius moons. Diana, how say you? What's going on for Aquarius moons? Please, thank you. Ooh, nice. Check your North Node placement too. You have North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. There are a couple signs I believe got this. I don't remember who now, so maybe. All right. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It is a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, I know I'm mispronouncing his name, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. There is a strong feeling when this card comes up that it's time to leave the past behind somehow. Check your South Node, okay? Because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going toward doing the thing that scares you, within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you're thinking about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Additional meanings. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. So whatever that is, figure it out, okay? You might have to transmute it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Could be about a past situation. Okay. Stand on your own 2 feet. You're a sovereign being. Okay. You've got this. Attune to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. From Isis, darling, what do you have to say for our Aquarius moon? Please and thank you. Beautiful. Again, I love seeing this card. Capricorn, Sag, I think, maybe Scorpio got this one as well, okay? So she's at the ready to fly, to get to work, to take charge. She's also super tapped in with that moon in the background there. You got a lot of purple and orange for your sacral and your upper chakras, all of them. All right. Divine Guardian. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. So if that fear is, not feeling like, you can do it on your own, just know, or maybe your fear of being alone, right? This is to let you know you're not alone. You've got divine help from higher dimensions. They want to take you further. They want to get you to where they're at, practically. Okay? Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go, trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Again, North Node. Love it. All right, last piece of advice. Hecate, how say you, darling? Let's get witchy with it. Teehee. All right. Darkness and light. Nice. The witch says there is darkness and light in all. Be wary of those who wish to sow fear in your heart. So if this fear comes from social conditioning, that may be something that kind of tells you that's probably your self node and it's time to learn the lesson and move on. Forgive and release, okay? Remember, those who deny the shadows are most often their servant. Don't get stuck with them, okay? There you go, Aquarius moons. Have a good one. Bye. All right, certainly last but not least, my fellow Piscean moons. Hello, hello. Let's see what Diana and Hecate and Isis has for us, okay? Diana, darling, for Pisces moon, what's your guidance? All right. We have full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Nice. Got a little Plutonic energy going on here. Might want to check your Pluto. Okay, I think I remember what my Pluto is. Pluto's all about endings and stuff too, so that might be helpful at this particular time. Let me see if I can find out where this is. Give me a second here. I think it's in this section. Here's the full moon. Now it's in the last section. Dang it. There we go. I passed it up like twice, so maybe there's something that you're going to have to slow down for. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids, so perhaps something's going to happen quickly. So you got to be paying attention, right? You could miss it. All right. There might be something. There may be a door opening. All right. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Ooh, so that may be if you're still needing to work on some shadow work, which here's a little heads up, you pretty much are going to be doing shadow work the rest of you. We're born with an ego, okay? We're born into these bodies and we get egos, and we're usually born, most of us are born not tapped in, okay? Unless you're younger than the age of, 10, which I doubt that's the case. The older you are, the stronger your ego is. There's probably going to be some subconscious stuff you're going to have to clean out, okay? And it might be an ongoing thing. And there may be things from past lives or, generations, your previous generations that are carried over as well. So just make it a regular practice. You should be fine. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're thinking about is about to reach peak or has just done so. And things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for. A way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time. As hard as it may be, forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It also kind of alleviates the energy a bit as well. It doesn't make right what they did, but it does release you so that you can move on. So we do it for us, right? Additional meanings for the card. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen because they're not meant for you, right? You want to bring things in that are for you. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama. Pranayama is a type of breath work, so you could do any breath work. And yoga nidra, or any other type of meditative exercise practice, qigong, etc. Go play around with some ideas, see what you feel good with, are all recommended right now. Meditation could also include sound healing. Seed control and let events unfold. So there's more in the Akashic you're not aware of at this time. That's for you. So you just let the divine kind of iron out the wrinkles, okay? Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. And you want what's meant for you, right? All right, let's see what Isis has to say. Darling, speak to us. Pisces moon. What do we need to know at this time? Ooh. All right. We have Osiris on deck. Love it. Doing his work to renew and bring back from the dead and bring forth what's meant and rebirth and reincarnate. Love it. Proper burial for freedom. There's nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, right? Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. It's also a card of resurrection, bringing in the things that are for you too. He is also about that. He prepares people for their next life. Love it. Yay, Osiris. All right. Let's see what Hecate has to say. Darling, I say you. Thank you. She may give us a homework assignment. And this is really just a reminder. I love it. But it's also a practice, okay? Magical laws. Just remember, this could be something karma related. Everything, the scales of justice and the divine are balancing themselves out. By within the law you must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Live you must, and let to live. Fairly take and fairly give. Okay? Today the witch brings you balance and harmony. Okay? So it's very restorative. Love it. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.